Welcome to our journey through the first century of India's fight for freedom, a period that laid the groundwork for the eventual independence of India. From the Battle of Plassey in 1757 to the First War of Independence in 1857, we will explore the key events, movements, and personalities that shaped the early resistance against British colonial rule. Our story begins in 1757 with the pivotal Battle of Plassey, a turning point in Indian history.
The British East India Company, under Robert Clive, faced Siraj-ud-Dowlah, the young and brave Nawab of Bengal. However, the British did not win through strength alone. They exploited internal divisions, securing victory through the betrayal of Siraj's own commander, Mir Jafar. This treachery marked the beginning of British political control in India, as they installed Mir Jafar as a puppet ruler, effectively making Bengal a British protectorate.
With Bengal under their control, the East India Company expanded its dominion across India. Their policies were driven by greed, leading to widespread exploitation and devastation. The Bengal famine of 1770, caused by exploitative taxation and forced cultivation of indigo and opium, resulted in the death of millions, starkly revealing the brutality of British rule. Despite British dominance, resistance flared up across the subcontinent.
In the south, Hyder Ali and Tipu Sultan of Mysore launched fierce campaigns against British expansion. Meanwhile, the Marathas, under leaders like Mahaji Scindia and Nana Fadnavis, mounted significant opposition in the west and central India. Maharaja Ranjit Singh, founder and first Maharaja of the Sikh Empire, opposed from the Punjab region, striving to protect their sovereignty.
Mirza Ghalib. One of the greatest poets of the Urdu language, Mirza Ghalib is known for his profound ghazals that explore themes of love, loss, and existential contemplation. His poetry reflects the deep emotional and cultural turbulence of his time. Thousands of desires, each worth dying for. Many of them have been fulfilled, yet they remain few. Sheikh Muhammad Ibrahim Zauq. A contemporary of Ghalib, Sheikh Muhammad Ibrahim Zauq was the poet laureate of the Mughal court under Bahadur Shah Zafar. His poetry is known for its simplicity, wit, and deep philosophical reflections on life. The joy found in love is such that the soul might escape. The pain that arises in the heart is such that even the voice might escape. During this period, India also witnessed a cultural and intellectual awakening. Social reformers like Raja Ram Mohan Roy, who founded the Brahmo Samaj, campaigned for the abolition of inhumane practices such as sati and child marriage. Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar worked to advance women's education and the remarriage of widows. This era, known as the Bengal Renaissance, nurtured a new, educated class that began to challenge British rule ideologically. Titimir Syed Mir Nisar Ali, better known as Titimir, was a Bengali Muslim revolutionary who led the Wahhabi movement against British rule in Bengal. He built a bamboo fort, known as Titimir's Bamboo Fort, as a base for his resistance. Despite being outnumbered, he fought valiantly against British forces, becoming a symbol of resistance against colonial oppression. Bakht Khan. A key figure during the Indian Rebellion of 1857, Bakht Khan was a military leader who served as the commander-in-chief of rebel forces in Delhi. He played a crucial role in the defense of Delhi against British forces, demonstrating exceptional leadership and courage. Begum Hazrat Mahal. A prominent female leader of the Indian Rebellion of 1857, Begum Hazrat Mahal was the wife of Nawab Wajid Ali Shah of Awadh. She actively led the resistance against British forces in Lucknow, showing remarkable leadership and strategic acumen. Her legacy as a warrior queen continues to inspire. Uyalawada Narasimha Reddy. Uyalawada Narasimha Reddy was an early freedom fighter from Andhra Pradesh who led a rebellion against the British East India Company in 1846. His fight against British policies and taxes made him a local hero and a precursor to the later independence movement. Kittur Chennamma. Queen Chennamma of Kittur was one of the first female rulers to lead an armed rebellion against British colonialism in India. She resisted the doctrine of lapse, which aimed to annex her kingdom, and fought bravely to protect her land. Her valour and defiance have made her an icon of Karnataka's history. Mirza Ghalib. One of the greatest poets of the Urdu language, Mirza Ghalib is known for his profound ghazals that explore themes of love, loss, and existential contemplation. His poetry reflects the deep emotional and cultural turbulence of his time. Lines from his poem: Hazaron khwahishan aisi, ke har khwahish pe dam nikle, bohat niklai mere arman lekin fir bhi kam nikle. Thousands of desires, each worth dying for. Many of them have been fulfilled, yet they remain few. Sheikh Muhammad Ibrahim Zauk. A contemporary of Ghalib, Sheikh Muhammad Ibrahim Zauk was the poet laureate of the Mughal court under Bahadur Shah Zafar. His poetry is known for its simplicity, wit, and deep philosophical reflections on life. Lines from his poem: Lutf wo ishq mein payan hai, ke ji chut jaye. Dard wo dil mein uta hai ke sada chut jaye. The joy found in love is such that the soul might escape. The pain that arises in the heart is such that even the voice might escape. During this period, India also witnessed a cultural and intellectual awakening. Social reformers like Raja Ram Mohan Roy, who founded the Brahmo Samaj, campaigned for the abolition of inhumane practices such as sati and child marriage. Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar worked to advance women's education and the remarriage of widows. This era, known as the Bengal Renaissance, nurtured a new, educated class that began to challenge British rule ideologically.
Throughout the early 19th century, numerous uprisings and revolts against the British East India Company erupted. The Vellore Mutiny of 1806 and the Barrackpore Mutiny of 1824 were among the early signs of widespread discontent among Indian soldiers and civilians alike.
Discontent reached its peak in 1857, sparking what is often called the First War of Independence. This massive uprising began with the mutiny of Indian soldiers, sepoys, at Meerut, and quickly spread across north and central India. Heroic leaders like Rani Lakshmibai of Jhansi, Tatya Tope, Nana Saheb Peshwa II, Kunwar Singh, Azimullah Khan, Mangal Pandey, and Bahadur Shah Zafar became symbols of resistance against British oppression.
The British responded to the 1857 uprising with ruthless force, crushing the rebellion and executing thousands. Villages were razed and entire communities were decimated. Although the uprising did not achieve independence, it marked a significant turning point, leading to the dissolution of the East India Company and the direct control of India by the British Crown in 1858. In 1885, the Indian National Congress, or INC, was founded by A.O. Hume, a retired British civil servant, with the aim of creating a platform for civil and political dialogue. The first president of the Congress was Umesh Chandra Banerjee. Over the years, the INC grew in strength, with leaders like Dadabhai Naoroji, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Netaji Subhas Chandra Bose, and Mahatma Gandhi leading the charge for self-rule.
Scientific achievements. During this period, India also witnessed remarkable scientific achievements. Sir Jagadish Chandra Bose pioneered the field of plant physiology and radio waves, demonstrating that plants have life and respond to stimuli. Satyendra Nath Bose collaborated with Albert Einstein, leading to the development of Bose-Einstein statistics, laying the foundation for quantum mechanics. Shivkar Bapuji Talpade is believed to have constructed an unmanned flying vehicle, Marutsaka, years before the Wright brothers. Sir Prafulla Chandra Ray was a renowned chemist who established India's first pharmaceutical company and contributed significantly to chemical research. Srinivasa Ramanujan, a self-taught mathematical genius, made groundbreaking contributions to mathematical analysis, number theory, and continued fractions. Sir Ashutosh Mukherjee played a crucial role in advancing higher education in India, fostering scientific research and nurturing talents like C.V. Raman and Satyendra Nath Bose. Sir Chandrashekhar Venkata Raman was an eminent Indian physicist who made groundbreaking discoveries in the field of light scattering, known as the Raman effect, for which he was awarded the Nobel Prize in Physics in 1930. His work paved the way for significant advancements in the understanding of molecular and atomic structures.
Parallel to the political movement, India witnessed a period of social and cultural awakening. Rabindranath Tagore, the first non-European to win the Nobel Prize in Literature for his work Gitanjali. Rabindranath Tagore, a renowned poet, writer and philosopher, became the first Asian to be awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1913 for his profound work, Gitanjali. His contributions to literature, music and education have left an indelible mark on global culture. Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay, who penned the national song Vande Mataram.
In Bengal, the cultural renaissance gave rise to towering figures like Rabindranath Tagore, who became the voice of India's aspirations through his poetry and songs. Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay's Vande Mataram became the battle cry of freedom fighters across the country.
In 1905, the British, under Viceroy Lord Curzon, partitioned Bengal, ostensibly for administrative reasons, but in reality, to divide and weaken the growing nationalist movement. The move sparked widespread protests, leading to the Swadeshi movement, where Indians boycotted British goods and promoted indigenous industries.
Amidst the growing nationalist movement, young revolutionaries took up arms against the British. Khudiram Bose, one of the youngest martyrs, was executed at just 18 years of age. Surya Sen, the leader of the Chittagong Armory raid, and Jatin Das, who died after a 63-day hunger strike, became symbols of resistance. Lala Lajpat Rai, known as the Lion of Punjab, Lala Lajpat Rai was a prominent leader in the Indian independence movement and a key member of the Lal Bal Pal trio. He was a fierce advocate for Swaraj, self-rule, and worked tirelessly to unite Indians against British oppression. His role in the protest against the Simon Commission in 1928, where he was brutally lathi-charged, led to his death, which galvanized the movement for independence. Lokmanya Bal Gangadhar Tilak. Bal Gangadhar Tilak, fondly called Lokmanya, meaning accepted by the people as a leader, was a towering figure in the Indian independence movement. He was a staunch advocate of Swaraj and famously declared, "Swaraj is my birthright, and I shall have it." Tilak's efforts to mobilize masses through festivals like Ganesh Chaturthi and his powerful writings in the newspaper Kasari made him a revered leader who inspired generations of freedom fighters. Bipin Chandra Pal. Bipin Chandra Pal was a key leader of the Indian independence movement and an important member of the Lal Bal Pal trio. A fiery orator, writer, and social reformer, Pal played a crucial role in spreading the message of nationalism and advocating for radical measures against British rule. His work in promoting Swadeshi, self-reliance, and his push for boycotting British goods laid the groundwork for mass movements that followed. Bhagat Singh, one of the most iconic revolutionaries, along with Rajguru and Sukhdev, shook the British Empire with his daring acts, including the assassination of John Saunders and the bombing of the Central Legislative Assembly.
The arrival of Mahatma Gandhi on the Indian political scene in 1915 brought a new wave of mass movements. Gandhi's principles of non-violence and civil disobedience resonated across the nation, leading to major campaigns like the non-cooperation movement, the civil disobedience movement, and the Quit India movement. Meanwhile, Subhas Chandra Bose, a former president of the Indian National Congress, formed the Indian National Army to fight the British with the support of Axis powers. The British response to Indian aspirations for freedom was often brutal. The Jallianwala Bagh massacre in 1919, where General Dyer ordered his troops to fire on unarmed protesters, left hundreds dead and thousands wounded. The Bengal famine of 1943, exacerbated by British policies, led to the death of millions. When questioned about the famine, Winston Churchill callously remarked, "Why hasn't Gandhi died yet?" Throughout this period, India also witnessed significant religious and social reform movements.
Swami Vivekananda's teachings, inspired by his guru Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, emphasized the unity of all religions and the upliftment of the masses.
The Arya Samaj, founded by Swami Dayananda Saraswati, promoted the return to Vedic principles and social reform.
Swami Vivekananda was a pioneering spiritual leader and social reformer who introduced Indian philosophies of Vedanta and yoga to the Western world.
His famous words from the Chicago speech, "Arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached," continue to inspire millions.
Sri Aurobindo Ghosh was a revolutionary freedom fighter and philosopher who advocated for India's independence through spiritual awakening and integral yoga.
Chittaranjan Das. Known as Deshbandhu, Chittaranjan Das was a prominent freedom fighter and lawyer who defended Aurobindo Ghosh in the Alipur bomb case. A mentor to many, including Subhas Chandra Bose, Das was instrumental in the non-cooperation movement and advocated for the use of indigenous goods as a form of protest against British rule. Chandrashekhar Azad. A fearless revolutionary, Chandrashekhar Azad vowed never to be captured alive by the British. He played a key role in reorganising the Hindustan Socialist Republican Association, HSRA, and was a mentor to younger revolutionaries like Bhagat Singh. He upheld his vow to die as a free man, ending his life during a gunfight with the police. Bhagat Singh. A legendary freedom fighter, Bhagat Singh is celebrated for his courage, intellect, and sacrifice. He became a symbol of youth resistance against British oppression, particularly after his involvement in the assassination of British police officer J.P. Saunders and the bombing of the Central Legislative Assembly. Shivaram Rajguru. A close associate of Bhagat Singh, Rajguru was a revolutionary who played a significant role in the assassination of J.P. Saunders. His courage and sacrifice at a young age made him a martyr in the struggle for independence. Sukhdev Thapar. Another key member of the HSRA, Sukhdev Thapar worked closely with Bhagat Singh and Rajguru. His dedication to the cause of independence led to his execution alongside them, immortalizing him as a martyr. Ram Prasad Bismil. A prominent figure in the Kakori conspiracy, Ram Prasad Bismil was a revolutionary poet and freedom fighter. His patriotic verses and dedication to the cause of freedom inspired many others to join the struggle. Batu Keshwar Dutt. A close associate of Bhagat Singh, Batu Keshwar Dutt was involved in the bombing of the Central Legislative Assembly in 1929. He was arrested and sentenced to life imprisonment, enduring harsh conditions in British prisons. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Often called the Iron Man of India, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was a key leader in the Indian National Congress. He played a crucial role in the integration of princely states into independent India and was instrumental in shaping the nation's post-independence political landscape. Jatindra Nath Das. A revolutionary known for his hunger strike in prison, Jatindra Nath Das protested the inhumane treatment of political prisoners. His death after 63 days of fasting highlighted the brutal conditions in British jails and galvanized the freedom movement. Udham Singh. A revolutionary who avenged the Jallianwala Bagh massacre by assassinating Michael O'Dwyer in London, Udham Singh's act of retribution was a significant blow to British colonial pride. and a symbol of the long memory of Indian resistance. Prafulla Chaki. A young revolutionary associated with the Juganta group, Prafulla Chaki participated in the assassination attempt on a British magistrate. He chose to end his life rather than be captured, becoming a martyr for the cause. Bhagat Singh. Known for his fearless spirit and immense bravery, Bhagat Singh, Jatindranath Mukherjee, was a revolutionary leader who played a pivotal role in the Indian independence movement. He led the Juganta party in Bengal and was renowned for his guerrilla tactics against the British, earning the name Bhaga, tiger, after killing a tiger with his bare hands. Bhagwati Charan Vora. A close associate of Bhagat Singh, Bhagwati Charan Vora was a prominent revolutionary and intellectual. He was instrumental in writing the famous pamphlet, The Philosophy of the Bomb, which articulated the rationale behind the use of violence against British rule. His commitment to the cause of freedom was unwavering. Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan. Also known as the Frontier Gandhi, Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan was a Pashtun independence activist who founded the non-violent Khudai Khidmatgar movement in the northwest frontier province. A staunch advocate of non-violence, he worked closely with Mahatma Gandhi and played a significant role in the Indian independence movement. Maulana Azad. Maulana Abul Kalam Azad was a prominent freedom fighter, scholar and leader of the Indian National Congress. As one of the leading figures in the independence movement, he advocated for Hindu-Muslim unity and served as the first Minister of Education in independent India, laying the foundation for the country's educational system. Bhimrao Ramji. Ambedkar. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, the principal architect of the Indian Constitution, was a social reformer and leader of the Dalit community. He fought against social discrimination and untouchability, advocating for equality and justice. His contributions to the legal framework of independent India and his role in uplifting the marginalized are monumental. Vinayak Damodar Savarkar. A revolutionary, writer and politician, Vinayak Damodar Savarkar was a staunch advocate of Hindu nationalism and played a significant role in the independence movement. He was an early proponent of armed struggle against British rule and endured imprisonment for his revolutionary activities. His writings, including The First War of Indian Independence, inspired many freedom fighters. Birsa Munda. A tribal leader and folk hero, Birsa Munda led a rebellion against British rule and missionary activities in the Chota Nagpur Plateau region. Known as Dharti Abba, Father of the Earth, he fought for the rights of indigenous people and inspired a movement that continues to resonate with Adivasi communities. Alluri Sitarama Raju. A revolutionary leader in the Rampa Rebellion, 1922 to 1924, Alluri Sitarama Raju fought against British colonial rule in the tribal areas of Andhra Pradesh. His guerrilla warfare tactics and deep connection with the tribal people made him a legendary figure in the struggle for independence. C. Rajagopalachari, often referred to as Rajaji. C. Rajagopalachari was an Indian statesman, freedom fighter, and the last Governor-General of India. A close associate of Mahatma Gandhi, he played a key role in the Indian independence movement and later became a prominent political leader, advocating for rational governance and social reform. Lakshmi Sehgal. Captain Lakshmi Sehgal was a revolutionary leader and a key member of the Indian National Army, INA, under Subhas Chandra Bose. She led the Rani of Jhansi Regiment, the women's wing of the INA, and fought for India's independence with immense dedication and courage. Aruna Asaf Ali. A freedom fighter and political activist, Aruna Asaf Ali played a significant role in the Quit India movement. She is best known for hoisting the Indian National Congress flag at the Gwalior Tank Maidan in Bombay during the movement, symbolizing defiance against British rule. Matangini Hazra. Matangini Hazra was an Indian revolutionary who participated in the Quit India movement and non-cooperation movement. She was martyred while leading a procession at the age of 73, holding the Indian flag high and chanting Vande Mataram. Her sacrifice made her a symbol of the fight for independence. Bhikaiji Cama. Bhikaiji Cama was a prominent figure in the Indian independence movement and a tireless advocate for women's rights. She is best known for unfurling the first version of the Indian national flag in Stuttgart, Germany, in 1907, symbolizing India's aspirations for freedom. Annie Besant. A British social reformer and theosophist, Annie Besant played a crucial role in the Indian independence movement. She became the first woman president of the Indian National Congress and was instrumental in promoting education, women's rights, and Indian self-rule. Pandit Madan Mohan Malaviya. A scholar, educationist, and leader, Pandit Madan Mohan Malaviya founded Banaras Hindu University, BHU, one of India's premier educational institutions. He was a prominent leader of the Indian National Congress and played a key role in the freedom movement, advocating for Hindu-Muslim unity and the upliftment of society. Veer Surendra Sai. A freedom fighter from Odisha, Veer Surendra Sai led a rebellion against the British in the Sambalpur region. He fought tirelessly for over 4 decades, resisting British attempts to annex his homeland. His courage and resistance against colonial oppression made him a revered figure in Odisha's history. Rash Behari Bose. A key figure in the revolutionary movement, Rash Behari Bose later became instrumental in forming the Indian Independence League in Japan. His efforts paved the way for the establishment of the Indian National Army, INA, under Subhas Chandra Bose.
Subhas Chandra Bose, the Indian National Army. Subhas Chandra Bose, after escaping British surveillance, sought support from Germany and Japan for India's independence. He met Adolf Hitler in Germany and later went to Tokyo, where he took command of the Indian National Army, INA. Under his leadership, the INA fought alongside Japanese forces against the British in Burma and northeastern India. Bose's declaration of independence on the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, renaming them Swaraj Dweep and Shahid Dweep, remains a powerful symbol of his commitment to Indian freedom. Despite the repression, the Indian struggle for independence continued unabated. The Quit India movement of 1942, led by Gandhi, demanded an end to British rule. After years of relentless struggle, negotiation and sacrifice, India finally achieved independence on August 15, 1947. As the nation rejoiced, Nehru's words echoed the sentiment of millions who had dreamt of this day, the dawn of independence. At the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awake to life and freedom. A moment comes, which comes but rarely in history, when we step out from the old to the new, when an age ends, and when the soul of a nation, long suppressed, finds utterance.